What's the average health savings account, HSA balance? Should you even care? Should you be keeping a balance in your HSA? I've got that info and perspective coming up. My name is Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. All right, the HSA is an incredibly versatile and valuable tool in your financial life. Now, you've got to have an HSA eligible qualifying high deductible health plan, okay? It can't just feel like a high deductible, okay? They all feel high unless the deductible is zero. It's got to be HSA qualified. And more, we're seeing higher deductibles that may not be HSA qualified. So I don't like that trend, by the way. If you have an HSA eligible high deductible health plan, what should your balance be in your HSA? How much should you have in there? Should you keep it at zero? Should you keep it at 1 year's worth of deductible? How much should you actually keep in there? Interesting question. Well, some recent data came out about those averages, okay? And let's go through them so you can just kind of measure yourself up, okay? For individual HSA participants. So if it's just you on the plan, you don't have a family plan, something like that, the average HSA balance is just over $4,000, okay? So $4,300. That's actually more than what I thought, okay? Family plan, if you have a family family health insurance plan, the average for HSA balance, is $7,500, okay? Pretty good. Now, for those of you that are family plan and want to invest your HSA, you see a boost in your balance. That average is $12,000. So pretty good. How do you stack up? Okay, as I've shared with you before, don't compare your financial life to someone else's. Compare your financial life to the goals you're trying to achieve and who you were yesterday, okay? To make sure that you're making progress and make sure you're making the right progress towards the goals. But your HSA balance, how does it stack up to that average? Here's the problem. I think these numbers are garbage, okay? I completely disagree with these numbers, okay? Not because there's, it's not valuable to just see the average. I just think these numbers are useless. Most people use their HSA, put money in, and then take it immediately out. So, yes, people save up into their 401k and IRAs to eventually use it, but you're not using it every single year. When you get in retirement, yes, but you've got so many people using those things that an average it actually tells you something. With an HSA, anyone can use it at any time as long as you were eligible to have an HSA to begin with. And so to me, the average balance, it's like, what's the average balance in a checking account? It really doesn't matter. It applies to your situation. So I also know these numbers have to be excluding everyone with a zero balance. They have to, because the average would be $1. There's so many people out there with a zero HSA balance, or we know for sure this is excluding people that are eligible to have an HSA but have never even opened one, which I think is the vast majority, okay? Or maybe not vast majority, but the majority of people eligible for an HSA haven't even opened it. So that's not reflected in these numbers either. So to me, I think these numbers are not helpful at all. So then why am I even bringing this up? Okay, number one, you should have a balance in your HSA. You should, okay? If you have a qualifying high deductible health plan, I'm urging you to be using your HSA, okay? That you should be saving up. Yes, most people are saving it up and then they're using most, if not all of the dollars. That's fine. That's fine. And again, that makes this average HSA balance not helpful, okay? But be sure that if you have a qualifying high deductible health plan, that you're using your HSA, okay? Because when you do so, you are getting some meaningful tax advantages that otherwise you wouldn't be getting, okay? So think about it like this. You're going to buy something online, and before you check out, a pop-up comes up that says, use this coupon code for 30% off. Are you ever just going to X out of that and ignore it? Well, only if they say you got to sign up for some bogus stuff. But if it's a legitimate coupon code for 30% off, you're going to copy that thing and put it in at checkout and get a discount. The same thing works with your HSA. Here's why I mean that. When you have a high deductible health plan, you're going to have to pay a chunk of dollars out of pocket. You just will. even if you're relatively healthy, you're going to have some expenses out of pocket that would qualify for HSA spending. So you're going to be spending some money anyway. Why not save up in advance out of your paycheck so you're avoiding FICA, okay, 7.65%. You're avoiding federal tax, which 10, 12, 22%, and you're avoiding state tax. Those of you that have it, averages around 5, 6%, something like that. So you add that all up, it's near, depending on your situation, could be near a 30% discount or even more than that, depending on your tax situation. Why not put the money in the HSA first before you spend it? So have a balance. Your HSA, this is your money, okay? It's not use it or lose it. Far too many people still view their HSA like a flexible spending account, like an FSA, where it's use it or lose it. The HSA is your money, it's your account. The balance rolls over year after year, okay? So there's no urgency that, well, as soon as you put the money in, you got to take it out, otherwise you lose it. That's not the case with the HSA. So what are your takeaways? Number one, if you have a qualifying high deductible health plan, set up an HSA and be funding it, and I would argue fund it right out of your paycheck, okay? Don't set that amount up to be, well, here's how much I think I'm going to use this year, here's how much I think I'm going to spend. I'd take a more comprehensive approach to that decision as to how much you should be saving up into your HSA, but I would definitely argue be using it and start saving out of every single paycheck. Second thing, if you can afford to do so and it fits within your entire financial plan, I would encourage you to max out your HSA. Contribute the maximum amount that you can do each and every year. Changes every year by $50, maybe $100, depending on the year. And so make sure you know those limits. You don't want to over contribute. There's less there are fewer stop gaps with this as there are with a 401k. So you're going to want to manage how much you're contributing and make sure that you don't over contribute. If you do, pull those dollars back out. And then that's the third action item, okay, is I would encourage you to leave some balance in your 401, in your HSA. You're not just throwing money in and taking it right out as soon as you possibly can. Manage it so that you have some balance that is there for your future and there for future medical expenses that come up. How else should you be using your HSA? Well, work with your certified financial planner to see exactly how you should be using this versatile financial instrument in your overall financial plan. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com, that's Korhorn with a K, wisemoneyshow.com, you can find us there as well, or send us an email, info@korhorn.com. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.